And here I am on mute. Welcome back, everyone. So, we are recapping all the seasons of Stranger Things to get ready for the final season dropping with Thanksgiving. So, we are up to season three, revisiting, which is one of my favorite shows. So, I don't mind revisiting. I don't mind at all. So, if you've seen it, come on in and talk about it with us. If you haven't, make sure you come back so you could catch up on this review because this is a spoiler review. We are going to talk about a lot of the things that happen in the series, especially after watching all of the episodes and then coming back and looking at some things and maybe some things we hadn't noticed before or how things are like making more sense after you do a rewatch. So come on in and join the party with us as we recap season three, Stranger Things. The recap of season one and season two are already up on the channel, and we will have season four next week, and we'll be right along ready for season five and the final season to drop, which will be airing in three parts. They're going to drop it on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, something like that. They're stretching this out,
Yeah, they being extra with them.
stretching it all the way out. So go ahead and hit like and subscribe if you have not. Help us get out in the algorithm and make sure you turn on your notification bell so you'll know when we drop new content. How did you feel about season three as compared to season one and two?
It was a better season for me because it things moved faster. I guess we didn't have to get to know a lot of things. But the one thing that this season kept bothering me with was how many times our main characters were in like life or death situations, and it was like you're not getting out of that, and they get out of it. That happened a lot this season. But other than that, it was it might be my favorite season. It might be. I vaguely remember season four, but this might be my favorite season.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Well, y'all, let's
I
get
know it's
into it.
Drake's last favorite season.
Whatever that means.
Millie Bobby Brown, you know the diss track.
I don't listen to.
Kendrick Lamar, really? But yeah, Rush is tripping, man. He trying to open this freaking wormhole portal thing to the upside down all over again after they spent
After exactly
all that
after
season. Yeah,
11 just closed the portal. She just closed it. Here they go opening it right back up. So just when you think you're safe, no you're not, because we didn't really know a whole lot of we got a lot more story about what was going on with the Russians in season 3 and 4. Cuz we're like while we're tackling like this main issue of the upside down and the things that happened with 11 and the lab that she was raised in, and then all the while the Russians are like doing all these experiments and stuff. So
hmm
like they're being counterproductive to everything that we're trying to get done within the core group. Like it's like why does this keep happening?
yeah, and like you could tell the Russians don't know what they're getting into. Like the people who are in that town, the ones who are involved, they have a much better understanding of like the gravity of the situation. These Russian scientists and military people and officers and whatnot, they just doing it. They just don't care. Like they're flying by the seat of their pants because they're not considering the ramifications of what they're doing. And at the end of the season, it's like, come on, man, y'all got them things with y'all. Like y'all, y'all feeding the things. But yeah, yeah, the Russians, man. This season, I don't know what they were on, but it didn't even feel like they were on some like espionage, you know, attack America stuff. It felt like some like take over the world type of thing, you know. But power corrupts.
And the kids are growing up. They're growing up. And of course, we knew the way that the rapport was happening between Mike and 11 in season 1 and 2, that it was only natural for them to progress into their little, you know, preteen relationship as they're getting on up there. But Hopper is fully embracing this role as surrogate father, and it's
What?
like that door better stay open.
He ain't playing.
Just
He ain't playing with Mike. Like, hey, bro. Yeah, yeah. I dig it though. Like, come on, man. Like, I get it. I was that age, but at the same time, like, dad in the other room, fam. Boundaries. You do that stuff when nobody's home.
You know, they wouldn't have made it this far in my house anyway. You wouldn't even
Bro,
been
what?
in the room. Yeah.
And then they ass be in the living room.
Exactly. It might be an African American thing. You ain't going back there.
They go up at the.
You want to sit right where we can.
Ain't nobody. Everybody go to the back.
Exactly. I need to see you. You need to be out in the open. But I mean, I'm glad that like they're showing us that the progression of, from season 1, like they've grown up a lot. And this is the age where it's less like, coming from you girls to, oh, I think she might be all right, to we're fully embracing dating at this point. Like the
Yeah,
hormones
everybody is self
have the
will, but
hormones have busted the door wide open.
everybody's kind of on that spectrum of self will, and we know like they're hinting towards what Will having feelings for his homies instead. But
But
like,
at the same time though, and not just that, not just because of his his dating preference, it's that Will was, some of us are late bloomers.
oh yeah, I
And
mean,
I feel like,
Will.
and especially Will had a lot of his, some of his life was taken from when he was in the upside down. So he has a whole trauma that's sitting there on
Mm-hmm.
top of it. And he's just like, I just want to be, I just want to play D&D with my friends.
Yeah, this
And
would be the homie still.
he's still there because of this trauma. Like he's like, I ain't got to that place that y'all are at yet. Like I'm not there.
Yeah,
And
and then the time, because the 70s, what was it, the 80s ain't
80s.
one of the great time for people that have questions and feelings and not really know who to go to, what to go to, like how to talk about it. I think Jonathan would be like his best outreach because he's a very understanding brother, but I can see how Will feels uneasy with what he's doing because that's
I
not the
just think
time.
I think it was like there, but I was more thinking he's not like he's a late bloomer. He just wasn't in the
Oh no,
dating stage
I
yet.
think it's both. Like I really I
I mean,
think
like
it's
I said,
like
I feel like
he's
it's kind of there because of course, because it's how he feels about Mike, but we're somebody that has a trauma and they're still trying to hold on to their friends and the piece of their childhood that partially was taken. Like Will
mm-hmm,
literally had a near death situation. Like he was
mm-hmm.
like the upside down had him like this.
Yeah,
Like he was barely hanging on to life
he was
when
like
Joyce
being
hit.
abducted. Like
And
when
so
when
he's
you're
like
abducted,
missing
the
that.
rest of the time keeps moving.
And his behaviors are a little arrested right there. So he's feeling that arrested development, plus with like not being able to process like how he's actually feeling, but still with like his development is arrested, and like y'all are leaving me with some of the things that y'all are doing. And I say that too. I mean, not to say I was somewhere playing D&D with Will, like Will, but like I would call myself like a late bloomer too.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
I feel like most people was like trying to be grown before I was.
Yeah,
And I'm
me
just
too.
like
I was resisting trying to be grown, man.
I'm just exactly
I
like
was fighting it.
why?
Like I don't care
Y'all
nothing
chill.
about that, bro. You must have them more than cartoons. Leave me alone on no damn job.
Exactly. I'm like, I let me be a Toys R Us kid. Like I'm not in the
Yeah,
the older you get, the more responsibilities they keep trying to put on you. And then especially like I'm middle oldest child.
yeah.
And so like the response, and then the more nieces and nephews and stuff I kept that just it was like a bit much. Like this is a lot for me. I was an aunt at 9.
That's
So
yeah.
I'm making bottles and changing diapers and babysitting at 9. My 9-year-old could never. She could never. Not
I
even
could
fathom
never.
it.
I couldn't at 21.
So I'm like, I
I couldn't
can't.
at 18. My niece was born when I was 18. She was born a week after I turned 18. I couldn't even hold her.
Child, I'm in the middle of the night warming up bottles. Some of us don't want to grow up that fast. Like this is a lot happening at 9.
Yeah, that's
Right?
all right. That's a whole lot.
Someone's like, can I just be a Toys R Us kid just a little bit longer? That's all I'm asking. And in comes the mall, which I love this aspect of because malls aren't what they used to be.
Nah, malls ain't malls no more.
Ain't near where what they used to be. I made pop inside of a mall once a year at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and then when you go in there, ain't nobody in there.
It ain't nothing in there.
Half the stores ain't even in there no more. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
malls are
It's
dead. But yeah,
mhm.
this is crazy to see the mall popping like this because growing
Exactly, to
up,
be
the
on and
mall was
popping and
popping like
lively, and there's things happening there. Like this is a busy place. It's not like busy and stuff like maybe holiday season around like Black Friday or Christmas, something around there. That's the busiest the mall will be all year. Other
yeah,
than that, at this day and age, it's not like that. But back in the day, that's the place. You just go there and you're just there because you
yeah,
can do stuff. There's something to do
yeah. There was so much
the
stuff to
whole
do in the
time.
mall back in the day. Like, we would spend like half a day in the mall. Like, parents just drop us off, and we just in that bit. But you
Especially
know,
if they're like these super malls where they have movie theaters or they have like skating
yeah,
rinks.
like
They
their
people were putting
mall
on
was huge.
concerts at the mall, you
That
know.
There was one thing I thought about this like season this, and with this mall. Like, my first thought was like, why is this mall so big? Because this where they are isn't a big place. Like where they are reminds me of where we come from. And our mall,
Why all the crazy stuff be happening in small towns?
I mean, you know, gotta be isolated. But yeah, man, like they mall was huge. Theater in that bit, like
Hmm.
restaurants, freaking mall food court, freaking ice cream shop that these foods worked there. Robin
Yeah,
and Steve was hilarious.
Rob and
But
Steve are
like
something else at
this mall,
Scoops
like
Ahoy.
Scoops of oil, yeah. This mall though, like I didn't think about it earlier, but later on, like, after watching the whole season, I was like, damn, that whole mall was a cover for the Russians, and like it kind of makes sense why the mall was so freaking big. But I didn't think about it like this freaking city is not big enough for this mall for this size of a mall. But yeah, it's because it's a cover
Right,
for what's
right. This
going on.
wasn't just for the people of Hawkins. It's a mall that y'all could just bring your children here. But outside of that, they were doing their uh experiments and tests with the upside down at this
Hmm.
mall with they little secret locations and underground tunnels and all that kind of stuff that they had going on here.
Hmm.
Besides that, and I like the rapport that Steve has with Robin, and she knows she looked just like her daddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're hilarious. Those are those two were dope. Like one thing that you don't get a lot is like platonic relationships between male and female. Like, and they actually work, they actually click like on
Mm-hmm.
screen. Because a lot of times it's either adversarial or they're gonna get together. It's like just the two standard tropes for this type of setup. And I found it refreshing that didn't happen, even though he did kind of cross that line, but she kind of led him to crossing that line because she wouldn't tell him like her sexuality, but she told him that he was always on her mind in school. And that was because it was a girl that she liked that liked him, and she couldn't understand why that girl liked him.
Because
So
Steve was that dude then. Steve was
Steve was
that
that dude, so
guy.
he couldn't fight, but he had all the women.
Steve ain't got no hands. And I love that Steve and Dustin were still friends because soon as Dustin came back home, he went right on over
He
there.
sure
To see
did.
came right on over there to Scoops Ahoy to hang out with his friend.
And Robin was like, "Who's this little kid?" But yeah,
Steve is the babysitter. You'll understand.
like
And
yeah, Steve has some trauma bonding with a bunch of kids. Now they all on the
well,
same level.
it ain't his fault that they parents and others and older siblings was not watching them.
It,
Yeah, he got no ties to
it's
these
not his
kids.
fault. He got it. They really did put them kids on Steve.
They better not
they,
try him in season 5 with this.
they had you pretty much. That was you right there at 9. You Steve.
Like, why am I in charge?
That's funny.
The life of an 80s baby. G- uh, Trust me, I wasn't the only one. I know plenty of us that was that same predicament. Like, why are we in charge here? Why?
Man,
How did we get here?
I'm
And
glad I
yeah,
was the baby, fam. Glad
but
I
a
was the
whole
baby.
power, the power goes out,
Oh yeah,
and they really don't even know what happened. I mean, we
yeah.
figure
There's
out
them
later on
folks.
what happened, but
Yeah, them
like,
folks on the ground, messing
right,
around. Yeah, the power went out everywhere.
messing
And
around because they opening the damn portal back.
I like this scene though, cause they're showing I think it's Day of the Dead, and like the scene where like the power goes out right before the hands come through the wall or whatever. And I know that they timed it just for that in the show as a reference. That was awesome. I mean, it's like a reference to like the upside down and like the things coming from the other side or whatnot. And it happened when the power went out. I got the connectivity, the connective tissue between that. But I thought it was just an awesome scene how they set it up. But seeing that they're like that how the homies are like split up because was 11 can't go out yet because she's still in hiding with Hopper, and so Mike is out here with Will and freaking what's Lucas is with Max, and Max done dumped Lucas for like the fifth time, so they're not even together when they in the theater right now because Max keep dumping them.
And Billy got him a job as a lifeguard,
Oh my
and
god.
he is hitting on Will and Nancy, Mama.
Nancy mom, Nancy fast mom, and her husband ain't no good though. So
I
it,
was just
it
gonna say, first of all, at this point, both of them trash because her
that
husband
they
ain't no
they
kind of
are
good. He don't help raise them kids at all. He is one
they
of those
trash. They
old
both are
school
trash.
husbands that's like, I'm here to pay the bills, and that's whatever else happened, that's on you, girl.
He's
So
so
the
checked
daddy
out.
don't do nothing but eat and pay bills, and he don't pay attention to no damn body. And she over here looking at this high school boy.
Yeah. When did he graduate?
I think by this time he
Yeah, I
was
think he
graduated.
just graduated. Like, he was just
Mm-hmm.
out of high school, so he's still like 19.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm like, yo, how this 19-year-old got this much pull? But thinking about where we came from and stuff that happened, never mind, because I know 19-year-olds who did this. I call
Stranger
them
things have
homies.
happened.
They ain't what that strange. It was a lot of my homies did this.
I mean, I'm gonna call it strange because it's still police. I'm calling the law.
Is that what it is?
Yep. You go.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
It's a lot of R. Kellys and R. Shelleys.
I mean, like, is there like a point like a midlife crisis with women where they look for younger men or something? I don't know. Like, is it a trope
Hell
or is
no.
it a
When somebody
thing?
hell to the no.
I mean, come on, Kimo, Kimo,
No.
you got sense. You're different.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm just saying because I like women,
I
like
say,
that
but I will
whole.
say this: it's not so much as a midlife crisis for the women, like how men have the midlife crisis. What ends up happening is at some point she feels like the life that she thought she was getting when she got married that's not what it was going to be. Like nobody thinks that when they get married the husband is all he going to do is go to work and not help you clean, not help you cook, not help you do the dishes. He don't sit and talk to raise these kids. You doing carpools, picking them up, taking them back here and there, setting up, play dates, playing birthday parties, and all he's like is, "Hey, I did my job. Ain't that's
And
you?
it,
That what you're supposed to do. That's
and it
that's a
ain't no
woman's
smart.
job. That's all on you."
That's
And
terrible.
and at this point, exactly. And at this point, then she ain't got no life.
Now, I know. I get it. Like I was
And
saying,
and
her
then when
husband's trash.
somebody like maybe comes along and makes you feel like you can have a life again, is where that comes out.
But it's like,
So
bro, why this 19-year-old?
moral of the story is have a whole phase, and you won't be like this.
I'm pretty sure Nancy's mom had that.
Not if she married young.
She could.
If somebody came along, if you just 19, 20, and somebody said they got a good job with some benefits, that's it.
Man, you know what? I ain't even gonna lie. Like 99, well, not 99%, but a huge percentage of the people that I know who marry young, by around 30 something, they start tipping out.
They ain't had some people when they feel like they miss their whole phase. Have your whole phase, and you won't end up like this. Because then by this age, you be like, for what? I already know what's out there. Get out of my face. I already been there, done that. You good? You go live your life. I done live mine. I'm tired now. I want to sit down, and if I only do brunch and day parties.
But see, her husband, like I think she married because she married like comfort.
And
Cause
is it like
he wasn't like that monetary provider, but she want that spark, man. He ain't got that spark. Even
but
outside of taking care
that's
of
what I'm
the
saying.
kids.
She married way too young that she didn't have that phase of her life. You didn't
Yeah,
live when you don't live out your young life in your 20s, it's gonna hit you again in like your 40s. Because
yeah.
when you're young and people, especially back then, they tell you, oh, you got to find you a husband. Da, 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 da. Boom, this man comes along. I got a job with some benefits and a 401k plan, girl. You're gonna have a house with with 2 floors and a
It's the
basement.
80s. It's the 80s. You can survive off what income.
Exactly, and they would do exactly. And then you ain't got to get no job. You can stay at home and raise the kids. Sound like a good deal. Sounds like a pitch that people will tell you that's what you're supposed to look for a provider.
Yeah.
But if you don't live your young life in your 20s, you're not dating, you're not going out, you're not having fun, you're not, being random, experimenting with life, seeing what you like, what you don't like, going on adventures, learning
Hmm.
people, meeting people, when
Hmm.
you skip that and you go straight to wife and mom,
Nah,
and
I
then
get
and
it.
then and then that life stretches out. Like it don't get no better. Like that's it.
I mean, that's it for the next 18 years, and
You
then it's
And longer
worse.
than that because they got Nancy, Will, and the little baby.
They do got the baby. I forgot they got another baby. Damn.
Exactly. Like, no,
Man,
you
so bro just putting it in, but he ain't getting it in. That's what it is.
gonna stay at home raise these kids.
He raises some kids, but
Exactly.
he ain't moving her at all. Yeah, man. I just thought it was crazy because I was calculating. I was like, yeah, she got to be like 45 or something. Felt like 19.
You know, this is what happens when you have the same personality of Aisha
And,
Curry.
and she was too taken by Billy though, man. Like Billy is not this freaking fly. He's not that fly. I can see him being fly to a girl his own age, but women older than him,
That's she that's what happened when you skip your whole face,
and you
Live your
comparing
20 life. Live your life in your 20s. Live them.
your husband to this dude with an action figure body, and your husband is a balding.
Company every day with attitude. Where's my dinner?
And then he ain't cool. I damn.
He he gonna
Yeah,
sit down and read that.
I'm gonna get all Nancy's mom. I can spend a whole video talking about that shit. That had me twisted.
But no, I can see how that's what happened when you don't live your life. You still gonna be looking for it. Like I'm
And you know
glad I live
what?
glad I live mine.
Nancy figured that out early by watching her mom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
She's just
Nancy and
like
that
that's.
being like,
I'm
I
not
can't
trying to
end up
go
like
into that.
you.
Exactly. Go to school. Go learn. Go work. Go see. You know what I'm saying? Go experience life. Because once you, especially in that time period, you get married. They wasn't waiting to have kids. You get married, the kids start coming out immediately,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
they
you
dropping them
stuck.
off. Then you stuck.
Then you stuck. And so now she's trying to live her best life being an intern, but she doing way too much at the internship and getting on Jonathan nerves.
Yeah, well, see, here, Jonathan's whole point is like, okay, let's just not make waves. Her whole thing is, I'm a woman and they won't hear me because I'm a woman. Like, I'm a woman and I'm young and I'm attractive. They're thinking of me as a figurehead in this business right now. Like, I'm not a real journalist to them, and she wants to be that, but she's pushing for a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they end up investigating like the rats or whatever. She's pushing for this story, and like Jonathan is like, you're risking our intern, like our internship. Like, I don't have anything else. Muted.
Oh, she's trying to throw around thinking that she has white privilege and because she comes from a family with money and all of that. And Jonathan's looking like, okay, you used to get in your way because your family is financially stable. Girl, I be trying to barely get by. You see me helping raise my younger brother in that house,
Yeah.
okay? I've been
Like
trying to. I've been helping pay bills and stuff. I need this. You want me an
Jonathan is
intern?
saying, "This is all I
We're
got."
interns.
Exactly. Don't make waves. Don't be loud. Relax. But hell no, Nancy ain't on that. But I mean, her
She was
digging
trying to
did.
prove herself and got both of
She
their
was
asses fired.
so did. But I mean, she only got them fired because the editor guy, whatever, was infected. So he didn't want them to stay on the trail. But she was heading towards getting them fired anyway. Cause like they were really treating her like she was a freaking this person to get coffee and shit. And she
That's
wanted to
what
do that.
she's an intern, and
Now
that's what
I
Jonathan was like. You got
understand.
to pay your dues, and she just thought she could skip the process.
Oh yeah. She trying to damn jump, jump and get crowned. I get it. I got it. And Jonathan, like, hell no, I need a job.
Exactly. Nobody is sitting on their money, girl. I need this more than you
Yeah.
do.
Then your boy Dustin. Like, it's funny, we saw Dustin and we saw him with Steve first, and it took him so long to get back to his homies. Cause it was the next day until they found him, and he sprayed Lucas in the face.
Because when they snuck up on him at his house.
Yeah.
And they was trying to surprise him. Don't be surprising people, and it's demigorgons and stuff walking
Bro,
around
what?
here.
Bro, what? Come on, man.
And especially
Yeah,
when Dustin had one, he just like, I don't know what be coming out here the last time.
exactly.
Look,
I forgot it was Dart.
Dart, exactly. Dart was living here and ate the cat. So you can't just be popping up on me like that.
Yeah. But he had this little radio thing. He said he had a girlfriend he met in camp. And we never got to see her to the next season.
Yeah. Susie was real. No, we did see her at the end of this season because they were singing.
Did we?
They were singing the song from the Never Ending Story.
That was this season?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I thought it was next season?
It's this one. Like we see her again. We see her again in season 4 because they actually go.
The yeah, you're right.
They actually go to her, but at the very end of this, they sing the
Never Ending Story thing. They're over the whole receiver, and even the adults could hear them. They're like, "What the hell is this?" Because she wouldn't figure out the math equation until he sung the song with her.
She said, "You're gonna sing this song,"
and she's way smarter than Dustin, even though Dustin is like a savant.
Right, that was a good little weird pairing together. I liked him and Susie. And
Man,
here go Hopper on his dad shit right now, and he
kind of threatened Mike. Like low key, he kind of threatened him. Like, and Mike was shook because Mike wouldn't even talk to 11 after that.
I mean, look, do Hopper look like he playing?
Nah, he don't. Red Guardian, no, he got some issues.
Exactly. Does he look like he's playing at all? Okay. And he's just like, and he is, I don't know how much he be doing his job as an officer these days because Hopper be doing whatever he want to do. Man, but he's just like, I'm the law around here. So
it's funny because we didn't see his two deputies. Well, we didn't see them that much this season.
Hopper like, I'm the law around here. So
they doing all the work. He hop over here freaking chasing ghosts. But I mean, I get it though. He's trying to protect 11. Things are moving fast. She doesn't know the world yet, bro. Like, be a kid. He's telling them to be kids. And Mike really ain't getting the message. But at the same time, because Hopper did go to Joyce and asked her how to speak to them, like how to speak to 11 and how to speak to Mike. And Joyce told him, she was like, just write it down. Because Hopper was like, I don't have the words. And so you could tell he was struggling with how to handle this situation and not like alienate Mike. But at the same time, he needed to teach Mike like boundaries. And like you need to teach Mike that 11 has boundaries that exist outside of you because of who she is, what she can do, and who's looking for her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the government is allowing me to keep her here as long as I keep her concealed, as long as I keep her, under wraps. So just understand that there's a process to dating my daughter. That's all he was trying to say. but it came off mad aggressive.
Right. I mean, because his daughter didn't make it that far in life, and then him and his wife split up. So it's like he's kind of winging this by himself. So
Mm-hmm.
he's doing the best that he can with what he got. He ain't got all the skills to get through this, but he's trying. So I understand. And here we are at Scoops Ahoy, which the ice cream looked good.
Yo, I mean,
And I
it's
bet it tastes better because everything tasted better in the 80s and 90s.
oh yeah,
I'm
'cause
like,
they,
I
they
bet you
use
Scoops
real
Ahoy
ingredients.
was fine.
They use real ingredients. But yeah, this is when Dustin was using his receiver and he picked up that Russian signal and he was trying to figure out like what they were saying and he didn't speak Russian. So he took it to Steve. He's like, Steve don't speak Russian. But Robin spoke what? She spoke like 4 languages, but none of them were Russian. But she figured that like phonetically she could pick up Russian if she tried. She had references. So over time, she actually deciphered the message, deciphered Russian or whatever. I thought that was pretty cool. And then Lucas's sister ended up being more of a nerd than Lucas was. And I thought that was awesome because she always called him and his friends nerds.
Every single time. But I like that they were putting her more and more into the show after
Mm-hmm.
this because she was the epitome of an annoying little sister.
She was. She
Because she
was. But
stayed on she stayed on Lucas' ass
she
and
did.
his friend.
But she was clutch. She was clutching this season. And like her and Dustin did form a thing. they formed a bond that she really didn't have with any of his other friends. Like, because Dustin was the one who ended up talking her into being part of the D&D group.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I like this, and like how this season started out with like how they divided the groups because I mean the theme reoccurring theme is they have a problem that's multifaceted, and the group splits up and handles each individual part of that problem themselves, and it's typically inadvertent. But just how the group split and worked in this season was probably the best I've seen. I'm saying it's probably my favorite season. But yeah, I like this group. This Robin, Dustin, Steve, and what's what's the girl name?
You can't spell Erica. You can't
Oh
spell
yeah, Eric.
America. You can't spell America without Erica. Erica Sinclair.
Motherfucking Erica. Yeah, yeah. That crew was dope. That's my favorite crew. The Erica
Yeah.
crew. But yeah, man, and Billy got.
By the Mind Flayer. And Billy was from this point on, Billy was being used as like, that's this is how I'm going to carry out my deeds until I, come through all the way.
Yeah,
So
because
Billy was
he
doing the
couldn't like
footwork for the Mind Flayer.
it wasn't strong enough. They had to keep feeding for the crossover completely. But like when it was feeding, it was leaving the body. So like, was it just feeding on their minds? Or was it replicating their body? I don't know. I just know not Steve. I just know Billy got a lot of people and
Mm-hmm.
took them to that freaking meal, that steel meal, that thing was, and they got a lot of folks in that town. But when Billy got that night, he had so many opportunities to not get got. Like that was the getting run. He never did. He got because of curiosity, basically.
Well, what they say, curiosity killed the cat. And he got.
He definitely got. Couldn't have happened to a better person. I had problems with Billy all the way until the end of this season because of Lucas.
Right.
Yeah, right. But yeah, man.
And
Then
he was a bully in general. Like
yeah, he was a bully in general,
in
but it was
season two,
mostly
remember
because of Lucas.
he whooped Steve ass in season 2.
Yeah, man. I still think that Billy was hopped up on something because Steve hit him over the head with some shit, and he just ate that. He ate it like, oh, bro, what you got going on?
I wouldn't doubt it. Well, 11 gets outside of the house,
Heck yeah. After Mike, after she called Mike and he lied to her, she knew he lied. Cause he said his grandmother was sick or something like that. And she was like, friends don't lie. And he kind of just hung up.
So
He kind of just
Max,
hung the phone up. And then she snuck out because she wasn't supposed to leave. And she went to Max's crib. And Max was like, man, boys, they do that shit all the time. And then she was like, let's go do some stuff for you. And took her shopping. So she finally bought like clothes she wanted, ate food she wanted, saw scenes she wanted to see. It was all for her. She wasn't living for Hopper. She wasn't living for Mike. That was a cool little scene. The messed up thing was they ran into Mike, Lucas, and Will in the mall. And Lucas and Mike was supposed to be with his grandmother. So he got caught in his lie after she already knew he lied. She caught him red-handed in the lie. And then she was like, I dump you. And then he was like, and I'm like, bruh, of course she's gonna dump you at this point. Like, you fucked up today. You screwed up today, bruh. And then on the flip side, your boy Hopper finally asked Joyce out. There was something there. Knew there was something there, even when Rudy was there, because the guy from last season,
Bob.
he's always Rudy to me. Even Rudy, when Rudy was there was a thing between Hopper and Joyce. I don't know if it was this connection because this first season with the missing kid and his daughter being gone, and he just felt this like fatherly thing or whatnot that trauma bonding pretty much shared related trauma, or it was something deeper, like because they kind of talked about how they grew up together, but they never crossed that line. Like they in the same high school, same town, but we never did anything, and like he finally got the nerve, to ask her out on a date, and she stood him up because the freaking magnets at her job fell off the freaking wall, and they were already falling off her refrigerator like daily. And she decided she wanted to go figure that out on the same night she's supposed to have a date. So she went to go figure that out with the professor, the teacher. What's his name? The science teacher.
I forgot his name, but yeah, she didn't do it because she didn't like him. She was
Yeah, it was. She was distracted. You know how she get when she get on this like a hunch on to something.
yeah, she gets
Get
really
real.
she get hyper fixated.
Hell yeah, she do.
So she's trying to figure out what is going on with that with the science teacher, and just as they're trying to figure out, like they said, like something there has to be like a very very large power source
Yeah,
somewhere that's
Mr. Clark.
causing the magnets to fall. And so she learns this information so that she can share it. So that like once I feel like I got enough information, I can talk about it with somebody. So I mean, she did the right thing though. She like when she tried to somewhat piece it together, she did take it
Yeah,
back and
because
talk
she
to
knows something's
Hopper.
going on. Like right now, there's really no inkling from the people in the town that anything's going on. Like even Mike and Will and them don't know anything's going on. Uh, the first instances of anything actually happening that we see visually is the power outage, and then the next thing we see is the magnets losing power, so losing their magnetism. So like she is like, this ain't normal, and we done been through two events of paranormal shit. So I think we need to go ahead and investigate this. And at the same time, which is like, this is great how they did this season, man. Like at the same time, you got Nancy trying to chase the story. She ended up linking up with this about this like old lady who had captured this freaky ass rat, which is part of a piece of the actual Mind Flayer. And she got it trapped in her basement in a cage. And they looking at that shit like, oh, that's from the upside down. So they know proof positive. While Joyce is trying to figure it out, these two know proof positive that the upside down stuff is back. So yeah, I like how they did that. It was dope. Did that old lady wrong though. They did that old lady so wrong. But yeah, this was so funny. What she asked, what she wanted to get in the event, like ice cream for life or something
For
like that.
life.
Yeah.
For life. Because Robin found like the layout of the mall, and
Mm-hmm.
she noticed that there are secret tunnels throughout the mall. And so they tried to stuff Dustin ass through the little damn tunnel, and he wasn't getting
Yeah,
it in
he
there like
wasn't
they
fitting
was
the
supposed
nut.
to. And Steve was gonna try to make it fit. And then they noticed that Erica ass was back because apparently that ice cream be hitting, and it looked like it do. Like, it actually
Erica
looked
stay
like
in
it.
the ice cream shop. Shit.
It looked like it be hitting. So she's back at Scoops Ahoy, and they're like, maybe maybe we can bribe her into going in there with us. And then jokes on them. She said, capitalism within it for me.
Yeah, nah, I dig it. That was funny. Like I said, this is my favorite group because like how they figured out that shit was under the mall. Because they realized it was gonna be like a meeting or a rendezvous point under the mall. Like that's how she started looking for the blueprints or whatever. Because it was something in the message that they had like decoded early prior to this. So I just like this whole setup of like how they got this group together under the mall and that whole underground Russian thing. Even though I feel like they all should have lost their lives down there. Honestly, because they did some stuff down there. But yeah, I dig this group. It's my favorite group in this season.
And that down there is where Steve gets his annual seasonal ass whooping.
Hey, no, he won the fight down there. Remember? He knocked that guy out there on the controls, and Dustin was like, "Oh snap, Steve won the fight."
Then he still got tied up. Though he did.
That was later on. That was when they were trying to leave after Robin went into the other room and she saw them opening up that portal, and it tried to leave, and they didn't get beat up. They got held at gunpoint, and freaking Dustin and Erica got away. And then they started beating up Steve after he was tied up when they was interrogating him. But prior to that, Steve beat
Yeah,
that dude ass.
he
Steve
still got, but
won.
he still, even though he still got his ass whooped though.
I
Even though
mean,
he can
he
fight back,
did, but
every season he get that work.
I mean, hey, he got one. He not Buddy clean out. And Dustin was like, "You want to fight?" Oh man. And while all this is going on, Buddy down here is busy. So he just eating people. I'm guessing eating them means like I guess it's just consuming their mind. I don't know. I don't know how this thing is consuming people, but they're pretty much gone, like not coming back. And then he's using them to go into town and collect other people
Mm-hmm.
because she got her parents.
Mm-hmm.
The first girl that Billy got, she ended up
And
getting her parents.
all of this, if you think back, after watching season 4, all of this was really for 11 though. All of this was really to take down
Yeah,
11
but she's too strong.
because yeah, and it had to be strong enough. And Vecna sent the Mind Flayer because Vecna is like obsessed with spiders. Like that's his thing. It's like I'm gonna send a big ass spider to take down 11 and to bring her. He really, I think more so than, although I feel like even though the Mind Flayer looked like it was about to eat 11, I honestly feel like it wanted to take her back to the Upside Down to where he was. I feel like that
Probably,
was a way to drag her back to the Upside Down.
probably. I know it tried to infect her because it hit her leg or whatever when she was in was it Will's house? I think that was later on though. But oh man, Will with the plan. Now this is one of my favorite parts too, because finally Will has stepped up and he learned from his experiences. Because he realized that when he was infected by anything from the other side, it hated the heat. And he was like, "We got to make it uncomfortable." And then because his whole thing was trying to save Billy, they wanted to get it out of Billy instead of taking Billy out. And so his whole thing was like, "Hey, trap him in the sauna." I was like, "Man, that was genius. It's a genius idea. It's a great idea, Will. It's your first good idea in 3 seasons." Because remember, his idea in the first season was to spy on them and realize they were spying back the freaking Upside Down. That didn't work. But this is the first time Will had a great idea, and it actually worked, and it would have been 100% successful if not for this guy being like the strongest freaking person in the world. I don't know how he got out of that room. How he broke the glass, and it's like that's some thick ass glass, bro.
But it was a good plan though, and it proved that he was that he was
Oh yeah, it
infected.
proved it. Yeah, because he started reacting violently, and then he when he broke out of the thing, freaking 11, she throws a freaking weight bar at him with like 135 pounds, 45 pounds on it, and he just took it like it was nothing, and he tossed it back. I was like, yeah, man. At this point, he might have. Well, I don't know, because he did tell the girl that he caught first when he went back to the steel mill that he almost died in this fight. And the girl was like, well, she might be able to kill one of us, but she can't kill all of us. And when they showed the whole building full of people who were all mind flayed. So yeah, so 11 almost took him out in this scene. Threw his
I mean,
ass
she
through a
she come.
wall.
I mean, she come in to do what she could, do with that. She's, for her to be winging it all the time because
Yeah,
she really don't know what the hell be coming at her most of the time. But she get him out of there a good bit of the time. She
yeah.
do what she come in
But see, they
and
were trying to save Billy, and it's like it just didn't happen. And Billy was about to he was about to fuck up Will. And 11 was like, hell no, threw his ass through a wall. And again, my favorite crew. So they go down there, they see all that shit, and of course, like I said, they get they get captured. Well, two Robin and Steve get captured, and they get interrogated. They pump them with what was a truth serum,
mm-hmm,
something like that,
mm-hmm.
and like they just started saying stuff. It was the truth, and they weren't lying, like because they was like, "Who you work for?" It was like freaking ice cream shop.
Yeah, they gave the truth serum to the wrong ones
They
because they were
did
just saying anything.
because they were telling the truth. It's just they didn't have any information. It's like, bro, we literally just cracked your code and figured out y'all were down here. That's all we did, and it was just us. Like, I'm not a U.S. operative. I'm not CIA. I don't work for the president. Like,
Like, this ain't no costume. This our real work uniform.
we were really from
This is
fucking. We
this
was
is we
really
work
from
at for real.
goddamn ice cream shop right upstairs. That's us. Yeah, and they didn't believe that shit. Why they kept beating Steve up.
They did. That's it, Steve. Lord, see me getting that work. They better not take Steve in season 5. I'm telling you,
Oh,
it's
Steve
on.
gotta live. If anybody gotta live with Steve, you can't go through that much
I
and
don't
die.
care who died in season 5, but it better not be them Sinclairs or Steve. That's
You're
it.
hilarious.
Anybody else is expendable, but don't
You're
take my
hilarious.
Sinclairs and don't
Damn.
take Steve.
And so fuck Dustin too. Yeah, I like Dustin.
Anybody can go is expendable, but Steve and
I like Dustin. Dustin probably my favorite character.
y'all can take the rest of them. I don't even care. Somebody have to be sacrificed for the greater good, but not Steve.
And it's probably gonna be Will, man.
I feel like it's gonna be either
Mike.
Mike, or 11.
Will, Michael, 11. Yep.
One of them three. It's got to be heartfelt because if Jonathan or Nancy die, ain't nobody gonna care. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna care if Jonathan dies. Damn, I just did Nancy wrong. No, I like Nancy too though, but she just not it for me. Like she's not the character for me. She is expendable in my eyes. For me, seeing Jonathan die would be like, damn, Joyce. Thinking about Joyce the whole time. Cause Joyce has gone through way too much. She done went through a lot too.
I mean, they could go ahead and take Max. She already in the hospital. Just go ahead and pull the plug.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, as long as it's not Steve.
Oh my god. Damn. Like, so her stepdad is gonna just off himself because he lost his biological son and then he like, come on, man. Bro ain't got nothing else. If Max go out of here.
She already halfway with her foot in the grave.
Oh my
So
god. Anyway,
Hopper pulled up on the mayor
you
and
don't want the black folks to die because you're black. But yeah, Harper did pull up on the mayor. He figured out that he was being paid by the Russians. There was a connection, and he had to beat his ass
I was just
in
gonna
his
say he
office,
packed him up real quick.
bruh. And the mayor, man, he ain't nothing. He folded in a second.
After he folded after he got folded.
He did. Bro, straight folded. But that is the connection of how that mall got there, like how it got commissioned to be built, and how that facility got under the mall. So, man, Hopper was on his shit. He had his little investigative work going on.
And in plain clothes. He didn't even put on the police uniform. He
Nah,
said, y'all know me. This town
cause
is
he
small. Y'all
knew
already know
what
me.
he was going in that man's office to do, and he didn't need no badge get in the way at all.
Just lie. I ain't got time for these games today. Cause you lie. I know you lying. You sit in my face and you lying.
Straight
And
up.
I'm gonna get the truth, and we ain't gotta go down to the station and get it.
And my thing is like, bro, you're an American mayor, and you're a Russian operative. It makes sense. Makes sense. This is the Cold War era still, in all the way through the 80s.
But we got to the truth though.
Hey, yeah, and they through the ass whooping the mayor got, they figured out where Buddy was. I forgot his name, the Russian scientist.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, when they looking for him, they ran to the Russian hitman. And Hopper had a beef with this hitman all season long. They had like 4 or 5 fights, and he kept beating Hopper's ass every single until the last fight. The last fight, Hopper hit him with a fatality that was ridiculously nasty. Other than that, Hopper lost all them other fights. But I did like the Russian scientist dude. I'm sad he died. He was cool. But when Hopper,
Alexei.
yeah, when Hopper and Joyce found him, they couldn't speak English. They couldn't speak Russian.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't speak English. So they had to go back to their old friend Murray, the old conspiracy theorist. And he could speak Russian, but it seemed like his Russian was a little off too, man. He wasn't translating everything right. There was some
Yes,
loss in
all the
translation.
it's like everybody is like trying to get is on their own investigation, trying to put things together. But this, I mean, this is the age that everybody ain't have cell phones. They couldn't have just sent a text message and say, y'all gonna
Hell
go
no.
here.
Nobody.
It take everybody to get back together to kind of sync everything up, and that's why things like this work so well when you do things when you make series, especially horror, and they work so well in this time period because we can't pass along information as quickly as we would like now.
Yeah, cell phone changed the game.
Yeah.
That's why horror movies today, or horror media today, has to have you have no signal or a dead battery. Like it has to be some way to like isolate or like eliminate your cell phone.
Or the thing comes through, or the thing plays on the cell phone, like Ghostface. We're gonna use it then.
Exactly, like because it's such a lifeline, But in this situation, they had to go to another state to find Murray. So they had stole somebody's car, somebody's convertible at a gas station. Man, Hopper ain't give a damn.
He was on a mission.
Hell yeah. And this scene with Murray is funny too. He's a funny guy. This scene was so funny, and like the Russian guy was stalling them because he wanted to keep drinking icy, so he liked the cherry icy, but all they had was strawberry, and then the Russian dude tried to escape, and Hopper was like, "Don't worry about it. He'll be back." And he gonna realize that he's been gone long enough for his own people to think that he's already talked to us. So going back to them is suicide. Coming staying here is his only protection. So he got like down the road a little bit, and then he stopped and realized he couldn't go back. So yeah, this whole scene was dope. I liked them too though. They were cool because Murray was teaching Alexei like the American way, so to speak. how things were over here, and bro liked it. He's like, man, all this shit cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. That's the scene you wanted to see.
That's what I'm talking about. But they was
Man, he took the licks for both of
boy,
them.
exactly, boy.
They didn't get hurt at all.
Boy, Steve get his head knocked every season. They got something. And now, even when in season 4, when I was just like, okay, he's in the clear. He didn't get beat up, and then Bats was tearing his ass up in season 4. Like he get his shit rocked every season. And just so happens by the rush. And I'm like, y'all are beating up this Steve is like what in 19, 18, 19?
Yes, he just got
And they
just out of
fighting him like look at this kid. He looked like we already know he can't fight. Y'all could
yeah,
let him out that chair. He wasn't gonna do nothing, but they was he
they
was
think he an operative. They think he a spy. Spies is that age. Because they think nobody would suspect a spy at that age.
they was rocking that head, and
They
she had
were.
to. I don't know how Robin would feel because she couldn't even do nothing about it.
I mean, after they took that truth serum, they ain't feel much of nothing. They was in there wild
Yeah, they was, and wasn't being no damn help.
at all to nobody.
They
Freaking
was just
Russians was just mad, like,
I was
come
just
on.
gonna say they was just getting mad at this point. At this point, they're just making them people mad. But I mean, ain't nobody tell y'all to go down there and start investigating anyway.
You
Uh,
right. You right.
with no weapons, no plan, and y'all still dressed in your ice cream.
They just went. They ain't give a damn.
y'all ain't have no real plan. And you know what they say? FAFO.
Oh yeah.
And that's what happened. And then Nancy nosy ass decides to go to the hospital and lied to say she this lady granddaughter.
It sure did.
That black lady that looked like she didn't half believe her, but like I guess ain't nobody coming to see her
She ain't
anyway.
give a
So
damn. I'm trying. I'm
exactly.
about to clock out in a second.
And she get there and run in and see something that she didn't expect to see.
That lady was melted. So like, is that how they like? I wonder if that's how they did everybody. Like, did it like absorb them and then like reconstitute them into a person again? Because they're walking around like people, but at the same time, we saw that rat. That rat melted through the bars of that cage. So yeah, I think that's what it did to him. That's crazy. But yeah, this was a dope fight scene for me because Nancy and Jonathan was giving this shit a fit.
Because it wasn't 100% yet. It wasn't there where we're
No,
supposed to
I'm
be.
saying like I understand, but it wasn't the actual Mind Flayer. Yeah, he hadn't leveled up, but they were still like tagging that thing.
They were surviving now. I give it to them. They what they was surviving. They were I ain't gonna sit back and get my ass whooped right now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fight. I'm gonna fight back. The thing
Then
that you want,
11
they
came in and just like crushed it,
yes.
but it went into like the sewer grate or something, some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It like disintegrated. I'm like, hell, how you kill it? Cause like without fire, smashing it don't seem to work because it's like liquidy, like the T-1000 from Terminator.
Right. And when 11 come in, it's always I gotta save y'all again.
Yeah, man, you the only one with power. What you expect?
Have to save y'all
If
again.
somebody else had powers, we could give you a break. But nobody else has powers.
So it's on you, dog. Except
Man,
Hopper. Hopper would be a good backup for 11. Okay,
yeah,
Hopper be
you
in
can
that
fight.
thing.
You can fight and shoot. But yeah,
Hopper is good backup.
still got no powers though. He ain't throwing 19-year-old boys through a wall with his mind. 11 OP as fuck. Like, just gonna be real. But yeah, I like this. Like, bruh, they saved them.
The
Freaking
children.
children.
The children have to come in. See, this is when when you have to grow up too soon. Because they was like, God damn, y'all acting like some kids. Cause sit y'all ass down and be quiet.
They was high, man. Robert and Steve was off. They rocking with that truth serum. So they in here
And
wild and
Justin and
laughing,
Erica doing the
giggling.
best that they can. trying to babysit
They the
these
adults
two
now.
big exactly the big the older teens, and they like this too. But actually, they probably seen how much of a problem it is trying to take care of y'all, because it was like, yeah, y'all doing too much. Why
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
y'all sit down and be
Hell yeah, they had their Steve moment. They had to play Steve for a little bit.
exactly? And they was giving them a run for it, boy. They was
Yeah,
tired of
yeah.
it.
But this is when Steve admitted that he had a crush on Robin, and Robin was like, "No, he played for the same team, player."
And then, but he was like cool with it. When he was just like,
Because they
he didn't
homies.
treat her any differently. Exactly. He was just like, well, I guess we're gonna be you gonna be the homies now, and
Mhm.
they was like, we the homies then,
I
and
dig
he
it
was
though.
exactly. It's just like, but like, it's cool. We can still we be cool and hang out, because at this point, I mean, Nancy's out. He don't want to hang out with Jonathan, but other friends kind of outcasted him because of he was started to hang out with all of these kids and stuff. He's just like, that's fine. A friend is a friend. A win is a win.
Yeah, man. Steve is all his mature trip, man.
It's like, yeah, exactly. A win is a win.
And he is actually like maturing because prior, in the beginning, he was talking about how he used to just get women all the time, and now like he does, I ain't got it no more. But then he got it. It's just he wants better quality women. Like he's maturing. Like he can go get one of them little chicks he used to get from high school anytime. He wants a better quality woman. So yeah, bro is growing he's growing more through the season, like as a person than
Yeah,
every other
that's why I
character.
just like from season one when I did not like Steve when I first met him, and to Ben being like one of my favorite characters, because he's like, I mean, once he realized that they stuck him being the babysitter, Steve started to realize that I gotta be a better example for these
Yeah,
kids who are looking at me, and I can't be trying to protect them and be doing stuff that I wouldn't want them to do.
yeah. Steve embraces responsibility
Correct. More
very much.
instead of pawning them off with other people that he ain't relate to. I'm Nancy and Jonathan, just something else. Um, but they try to find out what's happening with Billy. They're like, we if we can find him, we can find out what's really going on. And so, um, because 11 has that ability not only with telekinesis, but like to intercept people's minds with telepathy. And she goes and sees, a memory of Billy and his mom. And we see, but Billy's a jerk and a bully, but he lost his mom really young, and his dad's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And as we talked about with what was it, Black Phone 2, apparently nobody was getting therapy in the 80s, so we just go walk around with our
Therapy
trauma.
didn't exist till like 99.
It was there. It was
Yeah,
there
it
way
was there.
before that.
It
Yeah.
was there, and the people who did it was like rich people.
That y'all just went, y'all was looking at it like it was a luxury and not a necessity.
Mm-hmm. That's how
And
it was presented as a luxury. It was so damn expensive.
it ain't a luxury when you walking around traumatizing everybody else with your trauma.
You right about
When you
that,
project on everybody else, you over here beating up children and stuff and hitting on
right,
grown women just because your dad be beating your ass and your mama did.
bruh.
Not a fair trade.
It's
Not
not. It's like I can see how you got there. It's still not.
right. It's just
Yeah.
I see the cause, but no,
Yeah.
sir. And we got to the point where the Mind Flayer is out here now. It's just
Strong
like,
enough to
all right,
attack.
now I've been building up to this. I'm in these streets.
Yeah.
I'm out here. 11, what's up?
This was
And
like the end of like I forgot what episode number it was.
and you remember,
This is
and now
three.
the portal is wide open.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like it we can make it happen now. Like, the upside down is open. I'm stronger now.
They kind of
I'm ready to go and take it down.
hit us with like they kind of like threw us for a loop because it kind of seemed like the Mind Flare was going towards the fair, but it was actually trying to find 11 specifically. But like, could you see it like moving through the top of the trees or whatever, and the little fun fair is like over here, and it's coming like right towards it, but it actually goes to like 11 instead, like the next scene, and then attacks her every time Leonard gets injured because it was actually strong enough to like get through her force fields and stuff when they fought her that time. So yeah.
I even love how like carnivals and stuff look back then. Like, just take me
Yeah, like
back.
they were affordable.
I know, affordable. People actually went looked like they wanted to go and have fun and not just be
Hmm.
on their phones. People wanted to go ride stuff. Yeah, the food was affordable. You could eat without, paying $20 for a cup of lemonade.
Bruh. Bruh.
Fun times, but this is how we lose. We also lose Alexi at the
Heck yeah, we
carnival.
lost Alexi at the fair. I mean, that happened after the leg injury though.
The Russian dude came and got him.
Sure did. And like Murray tried to warn him. Murray was teaching him like how to have fun or whatever, like the American way. And then bro had one of Woody Woodpecker throwing darts. And he was walking towards Murray like with the prize or whatever. And then
Took him
bro just hit
down.
him. Yep.
Hmm.
Bro hit him. And it was so smooth how he did it though. But that was actually sad. I kind of like the Russian dude.
Hmm. Actually, I did too. I thought we'd have him for longer, but somebody got to get got.
Oh yeah. Hope we getting got in this show.
And now they
Running
make a
show.
a, a plan. Joyce and Hopper figures out that the damn gate is back open. That they
Hmm.
just freaking closed.
Hmm.
Now we gotta close the damn door again.
This happens right after everybody met up because they all went back to the mall. So that's when Dustin and them relayed that the portal was right under them because they didn't know exactly where it was, but the portal was like right under them. So they go dressed and they look like Party City Russian outfits. And they infiltrate the freaking where the portal machine is. And yeah, this was awesome too. But they really made it look like Hopper bought it in this scene.
Oh yeah, and Hop he was ready to sacrifice himself. He was
He
just like,
was.
if it comes down, do what you got to do to close this door. Do what you got to do.
And while all of that was happening, they were getting attacked by this thing.
It's knocking them jokers back
and 11
left,
was
right.
losing, man. She was losing this fight.
She was. And I ain't like Billy none in season 2 or 3.
None
But when the
until
Mind
this.
Flayer was ripping through his ass, I was
This was see, I started to
like, clutch my
like.
pearls.
I started to see like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like when somebody can write something that makes me feel like this character is just utterly despicable and irredeemable, then write a moment for that character that makes me question my initial thoughts. Like that's awesome to me. And that was like that's why I felt when this happened because this was tragic and it was a character that I wanted to see die at first. And it's like, nah, I don't want to see him die.
And it was like right in front of the kids, like right when he's just like, you know what, I'm not gonna let you get to these children. Max, not, I might, I might not, I might have been treated her mean, but I actually did like kind of like her. Like she never hurt nobody. Like I honestly don't want you to really hurt these children.
I mean, this scene was designed to show us that he wasn't like the bad guy. He was just misguided. Like he just had issues that were just unresolved. And
Yeah,
the,
he was a,
the
a
only
victim
thing,
of grieving his mom and abused by his dad. Like,
like I mean, and when you're in a situation in which you're the one at the bottom, you're always getting punched down on. Like you do find places to punch down at. Like he needed to feel strong somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't feel strong at home at all. He felt. I mean, I can see how him being not having his mom, having an abusive dad, him feeling like
and then
another,
dad remarrying, bringing this woman and
and
her
then and
other
then his
child to the
sister
house,
that he doesn't even like
and then making him responsible for
yeah,
the new girl at
he
at
put a
this.
knot
So
on this kid while he grieving, fam.
right, and didn't
His
even
dad
allow
put a
him a
knot on him.
soft place to grieve. And so like I can get why he's like that. I mean, that doesn't excuse him being a jerk to
Nah,
everybody.
or
But in
racist.
the end, he I guess feels like exactly a jerk and a racist and a bully.
And a
Um, that doesn't excuse his behavior, but him seeing them at the very, very end and maybe like realizing like I've been complicit in the Mind Flayer doing what he was doing, and I don't want to be complicit in continuing this. And I also think it was like Billy saying I have a choice. Like the Mind Flayer was making me do all of these things and hurting these people, but right now I choose not to do what the Mind Flayer wants me to do,
mm-hmm.
making a conscious decision to no longer be complicit in killing people. And in
This
that,
is
he became the sacrifice. And the Mind Flayer was like, okay, then.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Michael was pissed at him too. This is the scene. This is like the first fight scene where 11 is like the main, like the vanguard for the fight. Like she's the head person causing the offense, and then everybody else for the first time they did something, because usually they just standing around and watching her work. But this time Lucas had the idea with the freaking fireworks, and they they was tagging that thing with fireworks. They lit that shit on fire. But I mean that's his weakness was fire. Damn. Lucas was smarter than I gave him credit for.
That's why y'all be playing Lucas' face. And I don't like that. Y'all really be playing with Lucas. Let him shine some.
With
Okay.
his slingshot and his fireworks.
That's right. Because what do we need to destroy the monsters in the 80s?
Clearly a slingshot and a token black friend.
It comes with the territory.
Heck yeah. This fight was dope too, but just I like how the Russian got thrown into that freaking turbine thing. He became paste. That was a cool scene. Hopper, this is the only fight Hopper won against this guy. This guy beat up Hopper every time.
But I hate that but what we thought happened watching with season 3, coming back and revisiting it, knowing that he survived this, but we didn't know that until, like, if you watch now. And I was one of those people when I don't see the end credits pop up on Netflix, like because usually on Netflix when a show is over they give you a little thing to like click out of the thing. If they don't
Mm-hmm.
give you that little button to click out of it, it's going to be after credits.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stayed for the after credits for this to figure out that Hopper was still alive. And a lot of people didn't watch that. A lot of people was like, "Oh, he's dead." I'm like, y'all don't watch Marvel movies enough for me.
Yeah,
Because I
man.
know how to stay put for some
Yeah,
after credits.
they showed that they're rushing to prison, and it had a demigorgon in it.
And Hopper was there though, like they showed him.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying like they were the Russians were feeding the demigorgon.
Yeah. So when we get to the very end and we see like in the after credits how they're using these, like why what are we doing here? Like y'all are
Just,
trying
just like the
to,
Americans in Welcome to Dairy.
yeah, trying to utilize the demigorgons
Yeah,
at this point. But y'all ain't, but they really ain't got a good handle on how,
they don't
like,
know how none of that
you know what
shit.
I'm saying? Like y'all not understanding, like y'all are not in control here. Like we figure out in season 4 who's really in control, which is Vecna, but like y'all are not in control
The
here to be trying
Pandora's
to.
box. For me, I wonder like who is, because the Mind Flayer was like an entity sent by Vecna, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it seems like he was more powerful. The Mind Flayer's abilities seem to be beyond Vecna's because he's able to like grow in strength over time. You know what I'm saying? Like he became stronger than 11 was at that time. I mean, I know 11,
But not
she's getting,
necessarily, because that's what was doing the whole season 4, was getting stronger. Like that's why at the end when they thought they beat him, they didn't.
I mean, I got you, but when he showed up in season 4, he didn't seem nowhere near as capable as the Mind Flayer. Like he seemed like it took that they actually outmaneuvered him without 11 in the first half of season 4. Like he seemed like a weaker
And
villain to me.
he was playing chess. not checkers.
I mean, I got you. It might be some. He might be on some Doctor Doom shit. He got a final end game plan, and he's just setting things up.
Because at
I
the end,
got
like they
that.
didn't win. Like they won against the Mind Flayer, but they did not win against Vecna. Like they lost.
Yeah, but like 11 wasn't 100% 11.
But she still lost in the end though. Like he turned Hawkins into the upside down.
No, I got you. I'm just saying, like 11 wasn't 100% 11. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't all the way there. She wasn't. Everybody wasn't on they like it. They didn't have the same uh group effort that they had when they beat the shit out of the
'Cause,
Mind Flayer.
some of them were gone. Joyce took the boys and she took 11 with her.
Yeah,
And they left. They went across the damn
with
country.
the
They said,
county.
we ain't got time to this. I'm getting up out of here. And so when we start season 4, we already got half the crew gone,
In a whole nother place.
a whole other place. And and then when we get the crew split up more, because with the Hellfire Club, like Lucas is on his own thing. He's into sports now. Max is still grieving
Oh
Billy.
yeah, I forgot about that dude who he's still in high school. The leader of the Hellfire Club, whatever they call.
So yeah,
Bro
they
was
got
like, bro
Eddie
was like,
Eddie Munson. So the group is
yeah,
kind of going on their own different path, and so it made it easier for Vecna to come in. And then we're missing Hopper, so that's how we end off in season 3 with Joyce taking the boys and 11 with her, which is what she should have did. After y'all would have took my child to the upside down. I'm
it
not
would have
staying there.
followed him, man. It would have followed him, and then like if she would have left after season 1, it would have followed them, and it wouldn't have been no 11 around to kick his ass.
I
I think she did the right thing. And the only reason why she's leaving, in my opinion, is because she thinks Hopper's dead. Like Hopper's gone. She think Hopper, got so. Um, it's like nothing to
And they
stay.
done had enough. She said, "I done had enough of Hawkins. I done had enough."
Yeah, man, it's taking a lot.
And so
It's
I
taking
don't
a
I
lot.
don't blame her for moving at the end. And like I said, and of course we figure out after in the end credits that Hopper is not gone. The Russians got him in a Russian prison of all things. And I
Mhm.
don't know if he lost weight for real for that role, or he was just getting older. But when we see the Hopper that we see in Stranger Things season 1 is not the Hopper that we get in season 4.
I mean, he had a lot of roles after like
Yeah.
season
He
2,
play, he gave us I'm in a Russian prison.
because bro was Hellboy. I forgot what year that came out. It wasn't that good though.
He
And
was
he Red Guardian and
and yeah.
Thunderbolts.
And so, he was like more built up and stuff, but
Yeah,
like he played like by season 4 of Stranger Things, it looked like they was
he
taking him through
probably
there.
he probably just dehydrated himself. He probably just freaking took Lasix, got rid of all the water. Look, make your face look. And
He did. He was giving us you know, they was dragging him all up and through
yeah,
that prison.
yeah,
So,
he's a
I
big
appreciate
guy. I
Mhm.
forgot the name of the actor, but he's a big guy in real life. Like he's huge.
David Harbour.
Yeah. That's what his name. He's a big guy.
But y'all, that was our recap of revisiting Stranger Things season 3. Again, we are going to be revisiting season 4 so to get ready for the final season of Stranger Things. So y'all drop in the comment section. Let us know where does season 3 compare on your ranking of all of the seasons? Are there some things that we missed or that we didn't discuss in season 3 that maybe we should know or hold on to take us to taking us season 4, season 5? If anything that we missed or some things that y'all noticed going back in, or have y'all revisited yet? Have you went and watched all Stranger Things and then let's say I'm gonna go back and rewatch it to get up to speed going into season 5? Whenever a new season comes out of a show, I always go back and revisit and watch the seasons because it's always something that I miss, because again, my ADHD likes to watch TV for me most of the time and I'm gonna miss some things. So I have to watch things a couple of times to really like soak in everything and see things that I didn't see. I have to give things multiple watches, but that's just me and my attention span. Some of y'all can be locked in with
Uh,
things, but the way I am, I need a couple of different watches. If I'm gonna get the full effect, I gotta watch it and look at it a couple of times. But also on the channel, y'all, we have Predator coming this week, Predator Badlands, and wrapping up Reasonable Doubt, and just dropped a review for Frankenstein. And of course, we're covering Welcome to Derry. And I did it. We talked about the 1990 version of it. Did it chapter 1, and next week I'll be hopping on another panel for it chapter 2. So, going into that Stephen King universe as well. It is also Founders Day, so happy Founders Day to my sorors out there. Just had to shout us out. And be easy, y'all. Make sure you turn on your notification bell, like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
I can put you in a log cabin somewhere in Aspen. Girl, ain't nothing to the pain, ain't tricking if you got it.
Go to the police, not now. He's made sure of that.
Put you in a
He's
mansion
out there and he's watching us.
somewhere
And
in
waiting.
Wisconsin.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Like I said, ain't nothing to the pain. We can change the last name. What's happening? Cause you look so good. Tell me why you wanna work here. I put you on the front page of a King magazine, but you gon' get yourself hurt here. Hey, baby, I brought you in the back just to have a conversation. Really think you need some ventilation. Let's talk about you and me. Oh,
We
I
go
can't
from
believe it.
taking Kel to the hospital to catching a goddamn snake.
Me. I think she want me. Nah, I can't leave her lonely. No, ooh, I can't believe it. Ooh, she out on me.
Lay low till he knows you're alone, and then he's gonna come after you.
Nah, I can't leave her lonely. No, and you don't understand. She made the people say yeah.
Abraham Whistler,
Yeah,
Matt Blade.
yeah. She hit the main stage. She made the people say yeah.